I had the opportunity to learn so much. Sometimes things that probably you don't want to know about it, but I think it's better to know, because this is like a train. This train is coming fast, loaded towards you. You can still put your head in the sand, that's fine, but the train is still gonna hit you. So I rather to know what's going on, at least have a chance to move myself from the train, or maybe to stop the train before it arrives to us. And that's why this is the purpose of the show. Try to learn and trying to share. And I tell you, there are some things that I'm learning right now that I wished really they weren't true. I hope to be wrong. I pray people can prove me wrong. And you know, on this show, I have 3 hour show. It's a weekly show. So I don't have a daily show. I do other things for life, okay? Barely I can put up with 3 hours a week. But I love to do the best when I come here, the 3 hours. I want to give you facts, news that normally you would not even have a chance to think. Forget about listening on other stations. One thing that really shocked and scared the hell out of me, something that I learned about almost 2 years ago, to a friend. His name is Ken from Michigan. About these targeted individuals. At the beginning I said, what is that? And I'm not trying to put things down because, you know, I'm the one that after I learned about 9/11, there was a fraud because all you have to do is use your brain. And I don't want to waste time over that now. That's the bottom line. But the point is, after you've been lied so many times, and you know that we have documents and proofs that the United States government, or at least part of it, like many other governments around the world, they've been testing on civilians without their consent and will, different things from chemical, biological, nuclear, any type of things that people should go to jail to test this type of things on you. And it's been proven, declassified. So my mind is open. I don't put anybody down. But see, of course, I want proofs. Of course, I do my researches. So anyway, 2 years ago, Ken from Michigan, Ken Rhodes, started to talk to me about these target individuals. And I say, what? And then he started to realize that this is real. And then when you start to find the patents, and when you start to find the declassified documents, and then when you start to find people that have a lot of credibility. I mean, I had on my show couple months ago, almost, this former NSA whistleblower, Karen Stewart, talking about target individuals and how there is technology out there that can influence your mind, your thought, and also torture you physically and mentally. Pretty hard to believe, right? Guess what? Let me tell you a little bit. Today I have another guest, and I will be talking about this. And I wish I could talk more. But the problem is, I have 3 hour show every week, and I need to try to touch different topics, so I cannot just focus on one thing only. But I tell you, this is so important. I tell you why. This show is called Love, Guns, and Freedom. If they can control our will, we have no more freedom. We will not have any more love. And for sure, we won't have any guns. That's the bottom line. And there is this technology right now that can influence your thoughts. That's a fact. They probably maybe now using it on small scale. We don't know for sure. But they're using it. And what really I believe that they're going to try to do, and right now you can already see what's happening with these masses of idiots out there. They cannot even tie their shoes, but they go to vote. It is not just the secret weapon from the government. I mean, the education system is a weapon of mass control. The television box is a weapon of mass control. The garbage that you eat, GMO food and fluoride in the water, is a weapon of mass control. That's the point. But this is just the first layer. Then there is the heavy-duty, hardcore technology that is already there. And that's what I want to talk today. And I have a guest. According to her story, she's going through hell. Her name is Patti. And I'm going to be sure that I say the last name. She's going to say the last name because I don't want to start to mistaken. Patti, are you there?
Yes.
What is your last name, Patti? Because my brain is so fuming right now.
Just call me Patti Lee.
Patti Lee, perfect. Patti, I'm going to give you the microphone. I'll shut up for a moment. Hard to do it, but I'll do it. And I'll let you talk. I want you to introduce yourself, who you are, before even we go into the topics that we're talking now. And then, of course, I'm going to ask you questions. And my only goal here It is not to impress anybody or to create any type of things like, oh my God, we have a controversial show. No, my goal is to educate people about facts, that we are all under danger, and there's a reality out there, that there is a secret part, or at least a part of the government, who has technology that is using it against our own citizens and also against people around the world, that you cannot really see it, but you can feel it, and they can control your mind, and they can also torture you from distance. That's a fact, and I want your help to bring facts and evidence about that. Go ahead, please. I'll give you the floor. Who are you?
Now, I'm basically, I'm not a whistleblower. A lot of the targeted individuals are people who had spoke out about some injustice or shined a light on something that happened, but not all. And, when Dr. John Hall, who is also exposing this crime, has been gathering statistics, 70% of the people that are targeted for this testing are single women.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
yes. And some people say it's a little lower, 60 to 70, but he says 70% because a lot of people have written to him and talked to him, and there seems to be a pattern that a lot are single women. And they're also bright and educated women. I mean, it's not, so it's not like, it's kind of a surprise who they pick, but I guess not really because, they're looking for people that they can attack and not have retaliation, if you know where I'm going with that.
I understand. And let me tell you something. You're right. There is a pattern, and I start to realize too, because I start to meet people. Single woman is the one that normally has no back family to back her up also, and of course no other man. So they want to isolate it. You really don't know where to
Right.
go. That's the point. Go ahead,
Right.
please. You're right.
So, but basically, I entered this. I'm going to call it a program because once you are put on this list, you are human trafficked through a variety of experiments. Some people that are targeted have been put in over the last 4 or 5 years. I was put in much earlier. I know I have been in it for sure, according to my documents and in my investigation, for 20 years.